Okay, fifth graders, so your homework tonight is much like we were working on in class, only this time you'll be using the algorithm a lot more than you will be using the pictures. We were actually using cubes today. We wrote in our homework that a calculator is needed for this one, so make sure you have a calculator handy. The first part of the algorithm says 8, and then you divide by the denominator, and then you're going to multiply by the numerator. So in this case, it's going to be 8 divided by 5, which is going to be a crazy number, and then times 4. And it does say, it doesn't say simplify, but we'll see. If we get a crazy number, we might have to do a little rearranging. Let's see, 8 divided by 5 equals 1.6, and then if we multiply that by 4, we get a nice number, 6.4. So our answer for that one, 6.4. I was afraid we might get some long decimals, but we're good so far. All right, so again, we're going to take our whole number, 3. We're going to divide it by the denominator, in this case 5, and we get a 0.6. We're going to take 0.6 and we're going to multiply it by 3, and we get 1.8 for an answer. And this one, we'll take our whole number 5, and then we're going to divide it by our denominator, divided by 3, will equal, wow, there's one of those crazy ones. And then we're going to multiply it by 2, and we're going to get 3.33333. We don't need that many 3's. So what we're going to do is we're going to just round it to the tenths place. So we'll do 3.3 for that one. Alright, here we are. Take your whole number, 6, divide it by the denominator, 4, and then multiply it by 1. We could do times 1, but we know we're going to get the exact same thing. If we do times 1, we'll get 1.5. Save yourself a step if you wanted to. You didn't need to multiply by 1. Alright, now we've got 2. We're going to find out 1/5 of 2. So 2, our whole number, divided by the denominator, divided by 5, will equal 0.4, times our numerator, 1. So 0.4 times 1 is going to equal 0.4. We can leave it just like that. Our next one, we've got 2, and we're going to divide it by our denominator, 8, and we get 0.25, and then we'll multiply it by our numerator, and we get 0.75 for an answer in our homework. 5/6, I'm stuck on something here, 5/6 of 6. Our whole number 6 divided by 6 is going to equal 1, and then times 5 will equal 5. And our whole number 4 divided by 5 equals 0.8, and then we're going to multiply it times our numerator and get 3.2 for that one. Excuse me. Alright, moving on. Let's start here at number 9. Clear out our calculator. 1 divided by 5. What do you think that's going to equal, fifth graders? 1 divided by 5 is going to equal 0.2. And then we're going to multiply it times our numerator, 4. And it will equal 0.8 or 0.8. You can write it either way. 3/4 of 9. We'll take our whole number, 9, divided by our denominator, 4. And we get 2.25, and we'll multiply it by our numerator, 3. And we get 6.75. Now, sometimes it's a good idea to double check on these, because if I'm in a rush here, I could make a mistake. So I'm sorry in advance if I'm making a mistake. 4 divided by 5 times 3 is going to get us 2.4 on that one. And 2/3 of 1, we'll do 1 divided by 3. And we get one of those crazy repeating decimals. We'll multiply it times 2, and we'll get a repeating 6, I bet. And remember what we did last time? We rounded it to the tenths place. Actually, this one I'm going to round to the hundredths place just because I think, what should we do, fifth graders? You can round it. Or we can do a 6 and that repeating sign. Let's do that for an answer today. If you rounded it, that would be okay too. Alright, here we go. 2/3 of 8. We'll take our whole number 8, divide it by our denominator 3, and we get 2.6 repeating. And then if we multiply it by 2, we get 5.3 repeating. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do 5.3 and we'll do that little symbol above it. That means it's going to go on and on forever. This one, take our whole number 7 divided by 8, which will equal 0.875, and multiply that by 4, and we get a nice number, 3.5. One last one to go here. I'm just going to fold it down. You can see some of our reading projects underneath it there. Clear out our calculator. We've got 9, our whole number, divided by 8, which equals 0.111, and then if we multiply it by 1, we're going to get the exact same thing. So let's do a 0.1 repeating. All right, that's it. Thanks for working with me today.